fraction on the left, on the right, sorry. So this is 4x over, I can factor out a 3. 3 times x plus 5. Okay, so that's all the factoring I need to do of that one. Now let me get my least common multiple so that I can get a common denominator. My least common multiple needs the 3 from the fraction on the left, the x plus 5, and the x plus 2. And it needs the 3 from the fraction on the right. Already there. Don't need to write it again. And the x plus 5. Already there. Don't need to write it again. So my common denominator is 3 times x plus 5 times x plus 2. All right. I'll do that for both my fractions. Oops, I don't need that 4x yet. Let me just get my denominators. 3 times x plus 5 times x plus 2. The fraction on the left already has the common denominator of 3 times x plus 5 times x plus 2. I don't change that fraction whatsoever. The fraction on the right, in the denominator, it has the 3 and the x plus 5, but it is missing the x plus 2. I need to get the x plus 2 in there. So I've got to, oops, there we go, x plus 2. That looks messy. Come on. Erase it. Oh, eraser. There you go. But I don't want to change the value of the fraction, so let me just multiply this fraction by 1. The one I'm going to choose is x plus 2 over x plus 2. So my denominator for the fraction on the right becomes 3 times x plus 5 times x plus 2. Okay, that worked out right. And the numerator, I have to take that x plus 2 and I multiply the 4x. I am going to distribute. 4x times x is 4x squared plus 4x times 2 is 8x. Now just add your numerators.
How do you use the x plus 2 or x plus 2 over
The fraction on the right, the original fraction on the right, did not have an x plus 2 in the denominator. I needed one. I need a common denominator. So that's why I had to get the x plus 2. My common denominator, we already decided, had to have an x plus 2 in it. So I got that one into the fraction on the right. All right, now I just add. I'll put this in standard form, so I'll go 4x squared first, plus 8x, plus 1, over that common denominator of 3 times x plus 5 times x plus 2. Okay. Now let's do a hard one. We'll throw in a subtraction. I'm going for a different colored pen. Let's go for dark blue. Okay. So we're going to take x over 3x squared minus 9x plus 6. And I'm going to subtract 2x plus 1 over 3x squared plus 3x minus 6. First thing I'm going to do is factor both the denominators. So the fraction on the left, I can factor out a 3 first off. So this is 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 2. Let me continue. Two numbers multiply to give me positive 2 and add to give me negative 3 are x minus, or negative 2 and negative 1. Okay? I'll be able to factor. All right, that one's all factored. Let me factor the one on the right. 2x plus 1. And it usually does not help to factor the numerator. So don't bother. If the numerator needs factoring, don't bother doing it. It just makes for more work in the end, generally. So I'll factor out a 3 on this one and get x squared plus x minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. Two numbers multiply to give me negative 2 and add to give me positive 1 are x plus 2 times x minus 1. Okay. My common denominator needs the 3, the x minus 2, and the x minus 1. Get all of those from the fraction on the left. I do not need to repeat this 3. It was already there. This x plus 2 is not in my common denominator, so let me add it. And the x minus 1 was already there. Don't need to add it again. So my common denominator has to be 3 times x minus 2 times x minus 1 times x plus 2. Okay? Now I got to go back and do the fancy stuff. The fraction on the left has in its denominator x minus 2, x minus 1, but it doesn't have the x plus 2. I've got to get it in there. So let me multiply my fraction by x plus 2 over x plus 2. Now I have that common denominator, 3, x minus 2, x minus 1, x plus 2. I've got all the factors there. Now I just got to work on the numerator. I need to distribute this x through to the x plus 2 and get for my numerator x squared plus 2x. Okay. My common denominator has an x plus 2 factor in it, but it's not in the fraction on the left. It's not there. So I get it there by multiplying by the number 1.
So you multiply by x plus 2. Okay, got it.
Yeah. All right. Now the fraction on the right. Its denominator is missing. It's got the x plus 2, the x minus 1. It's missing the x minus 2. So let's get it there by multiplying the fraction on the right by x minus 2 over x minus 2. All right. So now I've got 2x plus 1 times x minus 2. And the x minus 2, I already have in that common denominator. Looking good. Now we got another step. Okay. Let's simplify things. Let me leave this x squared plus 2x over here in this other fraction. X minus 2, x minus 1, x plus 2, minus, now I need to know what 2x plus 1 times x minus 2 is. Oh, well, let me FOIL. 2x times x is 2x squared. 1 times x is x. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. And 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. All of that over 3 times x minus 2 times x minus 1 times x plus 2. Okay. We're almost to the last step. I told you this was the hard one. Okay, now let's do the subtraction. So I'm going to put these all in one fraction now so I don't have to keep writing out that common denominator twice. I got x squared plus 2x minus 2x squared plus x minus 4x minus 2. Let me clean that up just a little bit, or a lot, because it's pretty messy right now.